Hi Ladybug Lovies. I'm just here to do a flip through Friday that's hosted by Gwen the Trash Witch, and I don't know what year it is again. I think I started it last year, but I'm as bad as everybody that I tell. Always sign and date. I guess you should start dating early. Okay, well, if you're ready to take a look-see at this, it's another Chunky Monkey. I hope you're all having a great Friday. Mine has been good so far. Everybody seems to be stopping in. I don't know why. Okay, I love you all, and if you get dizzy, remember, close your eyes while I bring you on down to the desk. Okay, like I said, it's a really chunky monkey. It's going to be hard to get the whole thing in. This was a composition book that I just started putting a little bit of everything in. And then I started putting in some quotes. And then I don't know what it was that I said to Janet Nash about gratitude being a quiet joy, and she said, wouldn't that be a great name for a journal, Lala? And I said, you know, you're right, it probably would. So here we are, gratitude, a quiet joy, and that's what she is. And that's the front. She's got some of this really fun lace, as you can see. On the side, she's got a little tassel. Her tassel was about 4 times longer. She was part of another tassel, and I realized she was too long. She kept getting knocked off the shelf, so I cut her. And on the back, I just covered up, you know, where they put their little thing that shows where it came from. Okay, now let's take a look at the inside. All right, and here we go. And it looks like we're still not quite in a good spot. So, sorry, I'm going to have to move your stuff a little bit, dear. Thank you, Lillian. Okay. This is just some paper that someone used the bubbles in the paint. And then there's lace on the side. This is tissue paper with some painty paper on the edge, and on the corner is one of those little fold-ups for extra writing. And like I said, I rarely ever write in them. When I do write in them, I go back and I cover it up with paint or whatever to make it go away, because it's usually a bad day that I want to get rid of. Okay, and this is just some pretty paper. This is out of a magazine, Finding Joy, and these people were just, they found joy, so I didn't have to change their heads or nothing yet. We do say yet. Could happen. Okay. On this side, this is a baby wipe that's been made into a flower. And there's a pocket over here, side tuck pocket. And here we have a tag. And does that tag come apart? No. Somebody gave me that, so I didn't know. It said, fall in love with yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, you can't love anybody, right? Isn't that how it works? You gotta love yourself first. Or at least so I'm told. Okay? Then on this side, we have another one of those flowers made from it's actually 2 put glued together, and then on top a piece of security envelope. And this is some painty papers, and this is one of my faux stamps. And on the other side, we have another faux stamp, and I took some paper and ripped it and Frankensteined it to put it together. And so this book is nowhere near done. There's still going to be stuff done to it. But I thought it was cool, and I thought I'd show it. This one I actually ripped Isn't that sad? I ripped my tissue paper when I was putting it on, but I liked it, so I left it. And then it's got some more of that stuff I showed you before where the pages, I just cut the paper and it curls. Okay. And then on this side, I guess this was, oh, this was a long time ago. I remember this was something where I was trying to learn about collage, and I took all the stuff that was on my desk and glued it onto the page. So, it wasn't really great looking, but I kept it because it was an experiment and I had fun doing it. Okay, and on this side, I've got the top off my colored pencils, some old colored pencils, and a coffee filter, and some more tissue paper. And the other side is the other top of that pencil box, and it's got some little threads on it. And this side is some of that faux writing, and then a security envelope with some pretty paper behind it, and one of my little faux stamps. That's probably when I first made those a couple years ago. I was so proud of them. I put them everywhere. Okay, and on this side, I have a little lint on them. There is another one of those little stamps, and on the very top is, it's not a red ball, but it's a colored one, so I probably talked one of my kids out of that just because. And then these are pieces that were ripped off of something, and I evidently liked them, so I glued them on top of this tissue paper and stuff. And this is just some pretty paper, and if you look at the very, very top here, I don't know if you can tell, but that's a ladybird. I have a stamp that makes ladybirds. Isn't that cool? I know. I think it's the coolest thing in the world. Okay. And on this side is some more of the mess from my desk, all getting glued down. And you might be able to see the ladybird a little bit better there. See, there's her little head and her body. Isn't that cute? Okay. And on this side is feathers. I love feathers too. And this is where I just tore paper and randomly glued it together. I do a lot of random stuff. I follow Karla on Cage Fish. She does a lot of that, kind of thing. And then I attempt it. This is just different scraps from the desk glued down. And I sewed some, no, that's a piece of paper through there. Okay. And on the other side, there's a piece of washi tape with X's and O's. I believe that came on Happy Mail. And then some more of my paper. I cut it instead of ripping it. On this side, I glued some paper down, and you can see the glue through it. But I really like that effect. I know everybody complains about it. I think it's kind of cool and grungy looking. Okay, here's another one of my faux stamps. It came from when my daughter and I went to Tennessee. We took a girls' trip. That was so much fun. That was probably just before COVID. That's a long time ago. It was my last trip. Okay. And over here, we have another one of my faux stamps on the bottom. And this is because, Lizzie calls me Lala Llama Corn. And then this is a rooms page. I follow, what is her name? Laura, the half-ass crafter. And I find things in different rooms and put them together to make another room. And this is supposed to be some sort of party. And look it down on the bottom. He's standing there going, humans make no sense at all. Okay, and you can see I changed her head. Now the rabbit girl, I didn't change her. I mean, what could you change on her? Okay, I gave this guy a pair of glasses. And then I added a bunch of stuff to this tabletop. And I added this picture frame because there was words over here. And it's another one of my faux stamps. Okay. And on this page, I have Another one of my faux stamps. It's a little hummingbird and this dog with the silly collar. And it says, no shame. These owners, or these adorable dogs, own their cones. You know, the cones of shame? Okay. And there's his and his. His cone makes him kind of look like a sheep, doesn't it? And this one makes him look like a mop. Okay. Then this page, I took some of those special funny cut scissors and just cut along the edge. And then on this page, that dog took me forever to cut out. But ain't she a beaut? I love her to death. So she had to have a special place. I must have carried her around for a year before I finally found a place for her. As you can see, she was already starting to get bent up. Okay. And this guy, I liked the way he was standing there holding his pants. He was standing on this rock originally. And this is, from the party store. You know, you get those necklaces. They look like, it might have even been the dollar store. They look like lay flowers. Okay. And this is the other side of the lay flowers. Just a little bit of bed sheet up on top. And this is more tissue paper. I crumpled it. This is from a local restaurant, which we don't go too much anymore. It's right here on the road we're on. I can't think of what it's called. I used to like to get their chicken and waffles. But since I don't eat meat anymore, I guess that's why we don't go much. And I put a little something that came off of something. I just glued it on and glued a button on top. It was a shank button, and I cut the shank off the back. And then this side is some more of that painty paper and some more of that washi tape. And here's some more of it. The person was very generous. You know, they send it on credit cards too. I have a whole box of these. I have circles and squares and triangles. I don't know. My husband bought them when I first started doing this stuff. And I thought they look cool on the page edge. And here's another attempt at collage. A little bit better than the others. And here's a collage for my desk. I think it might be a little better than the others. I'm no collage artist. I don't think I ever will be. And here's some more tore up paper. I loved this pad of paper. I don't remember who gave it to me. I may have even bought it. We have the bottom of the bin, and at the bottom of the bin you can go in and you can, I don't want to say sell items you don't use anymore, but it's like resell them. They resell them for you. So they give you a certain amount of money, and with that money, it's not really money. They give you like points, and with those points you can buy other things. So that's how I got that ladybug that I had, I think. I think I might have got the paper there when Jennifer first took me. And some more of this paper. And I always ask them when I go in the restaurant if I can have more of the paper. This says, I want the world to be kind. That's what my channel's all about. Being kind, being inclusive. You know, it doesn't matter what religion or what political view, or if somebody's an atheist. I don't care what you are. This is all about art, having fun, making friends. It's not about all that other stuff. My politics is the best glue stick to use, and my religion is how much art I can do in a day, or how many times I can hang out with the fairy. Okay. This is some of that paper that you lay it on something, put it out in the sun, and it changes. My granddaughter did something with it when she was in school, and she said it didn't turn out, but I liked it, so I took it. Okay, on this page, this ticket has a little this tag has a little bumblebee on it, and the back is good for writing. Then this one is made by Janet Nash. Isn't that beautiful? It's got a window in it. She's got me nuts about these windows now. You can put a window in everything. Okay, and a playing card. Isn't that cute? That's the other side. And it has another tag, this one, which is got writing space on the back. And that's the end of those. And then in the back pocket, this is from when my husband had Nutty Buddies. He used to like sweets a lot. I used to like sweets a lot at one time too, but you know, I guess we all outgrow it. And this is a bookmark that one of my grandchildren gave me. And yeah, I guess that's just a one-piece tag. Okay, we'll just lay that stuff in there. And we'll come back afterwards and put it back in. Okay, and on this page, there's a lot going on. Cracker Barrel, that's what that place is. There's paper from Cracker Barrel. You can tell I used to go there a lot. It's a little tag. And there's a little tag. And here's a little tag. And I don't know who did this, but I'm trying to figure out how they did this. There's something I want to do. And I know it must just be glued on because, you know, but I don't know what they glued it on with. But I'm going to have to just try because I want to make something. And this is my painty paper. And this is one of those teeny little bags that you get to get people gifts and stuff in. And I just used it to make my pockets by folding it and gluing it on. And on the edge is more junk off the side of my desk. And this was a short page that I just glued little pieces of paper on. And here's one that I just glued stuff that was left over. Here's one that I took and I used those special scissors all the way around it. And this is tissue paper and something to put the two pieces together so it looks like one. Then this page is pockets, but they're sideways. This is a paint strip. And I just added the seeds and stuff to the top. Somebody sent me this with seeds from England. This is just little junk that was left on my desk. This is from when my husband had the t-shirt business. It was the back of something that he throws away. And another card made from his Nutty Buddy box. Okay. And then this page, I, on the top, put buttons and a little wooden, she's a button too, but she's a butterfly. Okay. And some of my crocheted lace down the side. And then I just drew this on here so it looks like it's washi tape on both sides. And I thought he, you know, should have a pair of glasses, so I took some teeny glasses and glued them on. And I gave them candy. You know, you cut their, like their arms or their hands around, and then you stick this stuff up under and glue it on before you glue the whole page down. And this plate of spaghetti is supposed to be like a spaceship in my mind. Okay, I thought this was cute. I took it out of a magazine, and Catables is what I called it. I took this with it because it does make me smile, and I like the cats just as they were. I mean, what could you do to change this? So I just took the gold and went around them and kind of put it together, and then I left the stuff on here about Calvin the cat. Okay, and then on the edge is a piece of paper that I've got holes in. The top one has got a hole reinforcer. I must have ripped it. And I took some purple and white yarn. I was making my husband's king-size bedspread at the time, granny square bedspread. I took some of the yarn I was using and braided it, and I sewed it through the side for a tab. And here's the other side of that, and I put tabs on all of them on that side, I guess to try to bring the colors together more. And This flower is made from a bunch of different things in a magazine. I just like the colors, and I cut them all out as petals, and I glued them down and glued a circle in the middle. And then, this is, when it opens up, it's like a little extra page. You can put something in the middle, or, you could write on whatever you want to do. This one is a thin page. I think it's the back of a coloring page, and I added the security tab. Yeah, it's a coloring page, but it's not actually one that I've colored. It's actually one that came out of the book that shows you how you can color it. So that's not my beautiful coloring. I wish it was. Okay, and here's some more of those things that I have in the box. This, like I said, squares. I got hearts, all different kinds of shapes. Okay, and here's some more of those flowers that I cut out, and I got that idea from lovely Malaya. She cuts out different things she used to make flowers, and I always thought they were cool, so that's where that idea came from. Okay, and that's the back of the other side. Okay, on this page, I took different things and just cut them different ways, or ripped them and put them together to see how they go. And on this edge, I used one of my Martha Stewart punches. See, it gives it a nice delicate, I don't know if you can see that at all. It's like a delicate edge. I like it. It breaks every once in a while on me, but not the punch itself, but the paper. But I like it. And then, on both sides you can kind of see through it, and it gives it a lacy look. And this idea I got from Gayle. She does like a border around the page, and then she puts something in the middle. I think the something in the middle was already there, maybe. No, I can see it wasn't. But anyways, I got her idea, and then I liked the peppers, so they went on there. Okay. And this page is more of the stuff that I've already had. And so is this. I have the word joy. And up here I've got another little tab. Okay. On this one, it's just a coloring page. I think someone did for me. And this one, I liked these two llamas. And I liked this person. I just changed out their head. I glued them on. And I glued the llamas on here. And I took and changed out what it says. It says, I love art, because whatever theirs said, I didn't want it. And this is double talk, because they double talk. Okay. All right. And this is another framed page. And this is another page that's sideways. And this is a little Corinthians thing that someone sent to me. And I've got some more cards. I like the cards. I think they're really cool. And this is little Debbie cakes. My granddaughter was here. We got those for her. And I glued the one piece of little Debbie tape over cake, so you couldn't see where the words were. Because, I don't know, I don't like the advertisements. And then there's just a pretty page. And somebody sent me the Crayola. And some more of my silly collage. And another Nutty Buddy piece. Waste not, want not. I used to save everything. Okay, and here's a bookmark. One the grandbabies made. And there's some pretty flowers that I cut out and put on a tag. And that's all that's in that page. Okay. And then the next page is just this paper, nothing else. And this page had the green paper, and I thought the $20 Monopoly money looked really cute there. Okay, here's Taylor Swift, and it says, she's got the look. And I think the two alien, the dog and the cat, are beaming her up because she's got the look. I don't know, but that's my interpretation of what I made. Okay, on this page I put another one of my little shapes. This one's just ripped pages that went together. This one I did another one of those hearts, and this is a seal off of something. This is an envelope, and inside the envelope is a book. And it's got some more of those little flowers and construction paper that people sent to me. Or not construction paper. I don't even know what you call that paper. But anyways, it's paper people sent that I used. And I made some pockets. On this one there's this. And then there's a matchbook. And then it's got a smaller little fold over. And on this one, there's another one of those really cool cards. And a piece of this. I've got a lot of this, scraps of this paper someone sent me. I absolutely think it is absolutely divine. So if you're the person that sent it to me, I don't remember who it was, a long time ago. I absolutely love, love, love it. I make all kinds of stuff with it. Okay, and Lillian even uses it. Okay, then the next page has a pocket, and it has this and some more of that paper. That's just the other side of the paper. That's not actually a fold over or anything, but I didn't want to cover it because it was cool looking. And some more paper, and the paper just has that on it. It doesn't, it's not really the way it's sewn. It's just a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. Okay, and that goes back in this envelope pocket. And here's some more of that paper from the restaurant, and some more of the paper that I've cut that tends to curl and stuff. It gets a little flatter after a while. And here's, I love this design. I just think that's a beautiful design. I make a lot of my blankets that I make are in that design. Okay, and with that paper that I loved so much, some of it, the bigger pieces, had things like this on it, and that was just too pretty for me to cut up. I didn't used to cut up or tear up much of anything. Now just give it to me. I'll cut it up, tear it up, I don't care. All right, these people, I thought their faces looked like they were good, honest lifeguards. So I made them lifeguards. And I gave her a new arm. But I think the new heads really suit them well, don't you? And she got a necklace made out of bubbles. And it says, catch a wave. And you got a little doggy. And a guy who's skiing. Looks like they're all having kind of fun. Now for her, I liked the hair, but the face didn't do it for me. So we changed the face out. And she just had Botox today, so her lips are a little big. But we won't say anything because we're a very inclusive crowd. We're nice to everybody. We cut her hand so that we could stick the M&Ms underneath. And the little mouse got to have a Mounds bar. And they have a little snow castle. And they're playing on the beach too. And there's a lighthouse in the back. Okay, and this is just, I guess, writing space. And there's some more paper from the restaurant. And some more of, look how you should color the page. And another one that says, wait a minute, you didn't see that, did you? It says this is the way you're supposed to color the page. Not the way Lala colors it, but the way you're supposed to color it. Okay, this was out of an old calendar, and I thought it was real cute, so kept it. All right, and then just plain pages here pretty much. And this one has another one of those little fold outs on the bottom. Okay, and here's collage with what's on the desk, and another one of those little fold outs. And this is a collage that's supposed to look like a patchwork. This one has a green tabby on the top, and this one has a pocket, and in that pocket is the Nutty Buddy again. I must have used the entire box. And there's a tag. And then on this side is a coffee filter and just a page, and I decided to take that Martha Stewart and try it again. I'm still not real good with those, but I have fun with them, so I don't care. And that's the other side of it. Okay, then on this side we have a short page, and next to it this says meditation, and it talks about meditation on the other side. I have some cool cards somewhere. Imagination, painty paper, some more of that cool paper that somebody sent me, and I think it's made into a booklet. See? Okay. Nutty Buddy, and another paint tag. Okay. And that's about it for that one. Well, those ones got to get stuck back in, or I'll never get the little page shut. Let's just stick them in sideways there. Okay, on this side, when I was growing up, he was such a big thing. I love Smokey the Bear. And I even put on the side, SmokeyBear.com. I just think he's so awesome. Okay, and on this side, we have these pretty flowers. And they're on a ripped paper, which is on a game board. And then I have this man with a pretty flower that I made in his hair. And this is something that I doodled on the back, writing numbers. And more Little Debbie. And just, well, these come in the box, in the bottom of the box that my dog's old food came in. And some more of that really cool paper that I got from somebody. And you can see, I think it was something either out of a magazine or where they got samples or something. More Nutty Buddy. And yeah, that's just one piece. That's a card. That is one piece, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. And then nothing much on this side, as you can see, or this side. It has the edging on it. And there's that. And then this page I took, this was one of the ones I did color, but it looked a little dull. I didn't like it. And then one time for Christmas I asked for glitter glue. My husband didn't know what glitter glue was, so he bought me glue with glitter in it. So this has glue with glitter in it, glitter glue on top of it. And then this is a glitter piece of something that I cut off of something because I liked it. And all right, I guess we're at the end here. Yeah, okay. The very last pages. I love this little guy. I just love the gecko. Okay, I thought this fox was real pretty. It came from a smoke shop. I was in there with one of my kids or something and decided I needed the picture. Okay, And I used to always bring home these things, you know, places you want to go and see and stuff like that. And I'd cut out the little pictures and stuff and keep them. But I kept this one just the way it was because I like Fort DeSoto an awful lot. And this one just never got covered. That's from my church. This is a paper sack. And it's been used like painting paper. And this is a card that came through the mail. And I just changed everything. This one says makeover. This one says look up in the sky, because she's looking up and Cat's looking up. The dog's just holding the hand. And the other dog's bringing sticks and burying them. And they go in that. And this is paper. I don't think it's from the Asian market. It's one of the other markets that we have down here, but I don't know which one. We have a lot of really cool ethnic groups, so I can get those every once in a while when they have them. But they used to all be free, and they're not all free now, and now it's mostly newspapers, and I can't buy the newspapers. Oh, and the back of this is from lottery tickets. I take these, or even the used ones, or the old lottery ticket things, and use them in my art. I got that from Jen at Creative Crafts Every Day. Another page of that calendar that I liked, and another piece of lace, and that's the end of my book. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I say "and" a lot, don't I? Yes, I do. Okay, so I hope you all had a great Friday, and I hope your weekend's going to be a real blessing. And Lillian and Buddy both say they love you too. I can't think of anything else right now. So, mwah. Bye, lovies.